Hello, good morning. I am Cadiz of TeamCadiz. Well, recently we tackled about um, depression and suicide, and I gave you the causes, signs, and some tips along with it. And right now we are going to tackle about the myths o yung mga sabi-sabi about suicide. Yung mga nag-lead siguro para hindi maging seryoso ang suicide or ang depression para sa mga tao. Basically, sa Pilipinas kasi naman talaga, hindi naman siniseryoso ang suicide, di ba? Lalo na sa mga tao na siguro hindi afford mag-consult ng psychiatrist or ng psychologist. Sabihin na lang yun, oh, huwag ka malungkot, ganyan. Magpapayo na lang sila na, inom mo lang yan, gawin mo lang to, ganyan, okay na yan. Hindi totoo yung ano na yan, depression na yan. Pero mind you, sa kahit anong level ng lipunan, kahit anong class pa yan, class A, B, C, or D, kahit sa laylayan ng lipunan, meron pong depression, believe it or not. So right now, I have here a list of myths na for sure very familiar for us. So umpisahan na natin. First one is, people who talk about suicide are just trying to get attention. Di ba gano'n naman lagi? Pagka nagsabi yung tao na gusto niyang magpakamatay or gusto niya nang mamatay or maybe nag-post siya sa Facebook, sa Instagram o kung saan man, pwede nating sabihin na, gusto lang niya ng attention kaya yan ganyan. Pero, ito ang suicide fact. People who die by suicide usually talk about it first. Sinasabi muna nila. They are in pain and oftentimes reach out for help because they do not know what to do and have lost hope. Always talk about suicide seriously. Always. Sabi dito, always. So, hindi kayo pipili ng oras, ng panahon. Always. Kasi paano nga kung he was trying to get attention pero seryoso naman din pala siya at the same time. Kasi kailangan niya ng tulong kaya kailangan niya ng attention. Okay, so myth number 2, ewan ko kung masusundan ko tong bilang na to. People who talk about wanting to die by suicide do not try to kill themselves. Yung mga tao na gusto mag-suicide, hindi nila kikitilin ang sarili nilang buhay. At ito ang fact. People who talk about wanting to die by suicide oftentimes kill themselves. Imagine, di ba nga, na-mention ko yung, ano nga pangalan ng mountain na yon ay ng forest, dun sa Japan, ayan, nilagay ko na ulit dyan. Di ba, ang sabi, merong nagsusuicide talaga dun sa forest na yon. Pinupuntahan pa talaga nila para di ba? Or, they use, ako personally, I would like to talk about this, no? So, dumaan ako dun sa stage ng suicide. Seriously, this was what happened with me. So, since my husband is working in a call center, kagabi-gabi, wala siya sa bahay. So, it's just me and the kids. So, nangyayari, pag alis niya na, nocturnal din ako, so gising ako sa gabi. So, ako na lang ang gising. Ang mga bata kasama ko pero tulog na. So, wala na akong kausap. Nag-iisip na ako niyan. Paano ba? Paano ba akong mamamatay? Ano kayang paraan para mamatay? Yung hindi ako mauospital ha. Yung diretso na, yung tigok agad. Ayoko nung mauospital ka pa, tapos papagaling ka pa sa ospital. Gusto ko diretso na. Napapakamatay ka nga di ba? So, iniisip ko, ano ba to? Lason sa daga? Panglinis na CR? Nakakatawa. Ngayon nakakatawa na lang siyang pag-usapan. Pero totoo, nung mga time na yon, it was very serious. Inom ba ako ng alcohol? Rabing alcohol, ganyan na, hindi yung alcohol na alak. Magsasaksak ba ako sa sarili ko? Maglalaslas ba ako? magbabaril ba ako pero wala naman akong baril? Paano? Mind you, pinag-iisipan ng gustong mag-suicide kung paano sila mamamatay. Pinag-iisipan po yan. Opo, totoo po yan. Hindi ko alam kung meron ang nagsabi sa inyo, pero ako right now, I am telling you, I am not joking. Coffee muna. Pinag-iisipan po, parang tanga lang. May listahan pa nga minsan. So, ang taong suicide, hindi yan minsan hindi rin yan biglaan. Yung mga taong napanood natin na tumalon sa building, yung mga nagve-video pa and then tatalon sa building, pinag-isipan mo na yun. Until they came up to that decision na tatalon sila sa building. So more or less, meron silang pinagsabihan at kung wala man, yung mga taong nag-iiwan ng suicide note, because they want people also to understand them kahit na wala na sila. The same as gusto din nila that people will understand them habang nandyan pa sila. So that is what I've been telling about social responsibility, that we have to check on each other once in a while. Whether you are okay or I don't know, of course, pag may bad blood kayo, mag-check pa ba kayo sa isa't isa? But maybe you'll try to consider because life is short and kung meron naman kayong pinagsamahan, di ba? Why not? Try to consider that. So again, they kill themselves. Okay? Next one. Suicide always myth. Suicide always occurs without any warnings. Yun yung myth. Yun yung sabi-sabi. But this is the fact. There are almost always warning signs. Lagi palang nagpapasabi ang mga nagsusuicide. Nahihirapan ako. Nakasanayan kasi ang suicide versus suicide. Nagsasabi pala yung ng warnings, yung mga magsusuicide, that they are going to commit that they are going to kill themselves. Nakakakilabot because if sa inyo ito nasabi at hindi nyo na-prevent, I don't know what you will think. I'm sure there will be regret or anything like that. Baka ikaw nang susunod na ma-depress. But of course, dahil napanood mo to, alam mo na yan that you have to consult someone else, a friend, and especially yung mga professional like psychologists and psychiatrists. Next myth, once people decide to die by suicide, there is nothing you can do to stop them. Hindi na daw natin mapipigilan, but that is myth. Sabi-sabi yun. Because the fact is, suicide can be prevented. Sinabi ko na yan sa previous video ko, it can be prevented. Kausapin lang natin sila. Most people who are suicidal do not want to die. Oo, ako din. Naisip ko rin yan noong mga panahon, yung mga gabi-gabi na sinabi ko na nagpaplano ako kung paano ako ayoko, hindi ko gusto. But then again, uulitin ko yung parang may bumubulong. That is true. Parang, alam mong wala kang kausap, wala kang kasama, pero parang may nagsasalita. I don't know if you want me to consider baliw or not. But I am just sharing you my stories. It's up to you, I'm telling the truth right now. Because ayaw mamatay ng gustong mag-suicide. Pero sa bigat na lang siguro nung dinadala niya. And remember the signs and the causes, feeling helpless. Napanood niyo ba? Anong mga causes and signs? Diba? Parang feeling nila trapped na sila, dead end na for them. Well, in fact, kung may kumausap lang sa kanila, 1, 2, or 3 persons, for sure mapagtutulungan naman niya kung ano yung mabigat na problema na yan. Ayaw nilang mamatay. Gusto lang nilang matapos yung pain, yung sakit, yung bigat. Gusto lang namin yun. Kasi, nandun nga kami sa point na parang feeling namin walang pag-asa, di ba? So, bigyan nyo kami ng pag-asa. Bigyan nyo sila ng pag-asa. Yung mga taong lugmok na. Itayo nyo sila. Kung baga, meron nga ako dating sinabi. Down na ako ng mga time na yun, college days. And then, I was telling this to people. And then at the same time, meron pang umaway sa akin. So sabi ko, the picture of my life that time was, I am in a room of darkness. Nandun na ako sa sulok. Try to imagine this. Madilim. Nandun ako sa sulok. Umiiyak ako. Alam nila that I was in pain. Pero nung dahil inaway pa nila ako, para nila akong tinadyak-tadyakan habang nandun ako sa isang sulok at umiiyak. Can you imagine that? Adding pain. Painful na nga eh. Mahirap na nga. Gaganunin nyo pa. Ang gawin nyo, abutin nyo ang kamay, itayo nyo siya, at ilabas nyo siya sa madilim na kwarto. Dalhin nyo siya sa liwanag. Bigyan nyo siya ng pag-asa. That is the best that you can do for a friend, a loved one, or anyone that you just met that you know who is suffering from depression. Ayaw nilang mamatay. Gusto lang nilang matapos yung hirap. Another myth. Suicide only strikes people of a certain gender, race, financial status, age, and etc. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, hindi totoo yun. Hindi sa pangmayayaman lang or middle class, burgis ang depression. Hindi totoo yun. Kahit nga bata, di ba? Pwede. Nabanggit ko yan sa previous video. Kahit 7 years old. So, pwedeng mas matanda pa doon na bata. Teenager, meron din. College, meron din. Bakit? May mga problema sa school. And then, maybe they have nothing to talk to. So, wag nyo nang, don't add pain dun sa sakit na, dun sa hirap na sila. Tulungan natin. Because the fact is, suicide can strike anyone. Girl, boy, bakla, tomboy, lahat pwede. Another myth, people who attempt suicide and survive will not attempt suicide again. Talaga, myth pala yun. May ganun pala. So, parang cancer din pala ang suicide, no? Ang depression. You know, suicide is always interconnected with depression. So, the fact is, people who attempt suicide and survive will oftentimes make additional attempts. Talaga pala. So, pag nag-attempt na pala siya nung una na mag-suicide at nahadun pa rin siya sa state ng depression dahil hindi pa siya nakakaahon, mag-attempt pala siya ulit. So, pantay-bantay din, di ba? Socially responsible. Be socially responsible. Next myth. People who attempt suicide are crazy. Crazy. Baliw. Ewan ko. Katulad ng sinasabi ko, meron akong naririnig, di ba, na nagsasalita. Pero baliw ba ako? Hindi eh. Nangyayari yun. So, what is the fact? It's a no, no, no. Ang mga taong depressed na gustong mag-suicide ay they are in pain. They probably have chemical imbalance in their brain. Merong effect kasi sa brain yan. So, there was an imbalance and anyone could attempt suicide. Sabi ko nga kanina, any gender, age, financial status, pwede. It can happen anytime to anyone. Next myth, people who attempt suicide are weak. Mahina? You can say that. Pero paano kung sinubukan niya naman na kasi talagang maging malakas for the longest time? Hindi natin alam kung ilang taon niya nang nilalabanan yung problema na yun. Para masabi natin na mahina siya. So the fact is, no. Again, they have a chemical imbalance. Many people who are very strong die by suicide. Hindi po lahat ng tao na nagpapakamatay ay weak or mahina. Yung minsan, siguro tinry na talaga nila lahat. In-exert na nila ang effort, naubos na lahat-lahat. Tapos siguro yung kaisa-isang tao na inaasahan nila, nawala pa. Paano na? Next myth, people who talk about suicide are trying to manipulate others. Talaga, pag sinabi mo bang gusto mo mag-suicide or depressed ka, minamanipula mo ba ang tao? Parang hindi naman. Actually, di ba, you're trying to separate yourself from them pa nga eh. The fact is, no, people who talk about suicide are in pain and need help, di ba? Sabi ko. And telling them that they just want something or trying to manipulate is both insensitive and ignorant. People often talk about suicide before dying by suicide. Always uh, talk about suicide seriously, always. Hindi po totoo yun na minamanipula nyo. Siguro kapag sinadya nyo na yun na, okay, hindi ako magpapakamatay kapag binili ako ng bagong cellphone. Ha? Oh well, kayo na magde-decide nun kung totoo ba yun o hindi, di ba? Next myth, when people become suicidal, they will always be suicidal. Totoo ba yun? Hobby ng pagsusuicide? Okay, so what is the fact? The fact is most people are suicidal for a limited period of time. May time lang naman pala. However, suicidal feelings can recur. Pwede siyang bumalik. Hindi ito hobby, hindi ito libangan. Pero syempre kapag nag-strike ulit yung isang bagay o dahilan kung bakit siya nade-depress that can lead to suicide, maaari, hindi natin sinasabing, oo, magiging suicidal ulit yung tao na yan. Pero maaari, kaya tulungan natin siya hanggat maaari na huwag siyang mabalik dun sa state na yon because it will just come in circles, I guess. Another myth, people who are suicidal definitely want to die. What is the fact? The vast majority of people who are suicidal do not want to die. So we just have to stop them. What else? Parang naulit yun. Anyway, next myth. You should never ask people who are suicidal person if they are thinking about suicide or they have thought about a method because just talking about it will give them the idea. Kasabihan ba yon na pag tinanong mo siya kung paano niya gustong mamatay, binigyan mo siya ng idea? Hindi naman. Let's see the fact. On the contrary, asking people if they are thinking about suicide does not give them the idea for suicide. It is important to talk about suicide with people who are suicidal because you will learn more about their mindset and intentions. Allow them to diffuse some of the tension that is causing their suicidal feelings. Let them talk. You can talk about it. Don't hesitate to discuss his or her depression and if they are in the stage of suicide because again ang goal natin dito is makatulong to prevent, not to push them para ituloy kung ano man yung hindi magandang binabalak. Next myth, when people who are suicidal feel better, they are no longer suicidal. So, just like kanina, sometimes suicidal people feel better because they have decided to die by suicide and may feel a sense of relief that the pain will soon be over. Naisip ko yun dati, sabi ko, itong mga mangyayari sa buhay na ito, matatapos to eh. Pag namatay na ako, tapos na to. Pero syempre, since I have a family and I have 3 kids, they are so young pa. Nandun yung, paano yung mga anak ko? Paano yung Ako din, may mga sarili din akong pangarap na hindi pa natutupad at my age. Meron pa akong mga gustong gawin na probably na-delay lang. So, tutulungan natin yung sarili natin mag-isip kung paano ba tayo hindi mag-lead sa suicide. Next myth, young people never think about suicide. They have their entire life ahead of them. What is the fact? Suicide is third leading cause of death for young people aged 15 to 24. 15 to 24. So, are they the millennials? So, sometimes children under 10 die by suicide. So, alam nating lahat na totoo to dahil meron nag-circulate na news, 'di ba? Na merong 7, 8 or 9-year-old na bata na nag-suicide bukod pa dun sa nauso yung game sa phone na ay remind me, please comment kung anong game yon na parang tinuturuan yung bata na mag-suicide. And maybe because mabigat ang dinadala ng bata, kaya din siya nadala doon sa game na yon. Hindi natin alam, but sumalangit nawa. Next myth, there's little correlation between alcohol or drug abuse and suicide. Meron daw correlation ang drugs and alcohol at suicide. So, contrary, oftentimes people who die by suicide are under the influence of alcohol or drugs. So, hindi siya little correlation. Related talaga siya. Minsan siguro dahil hindi naman madaling magkakamate. Let's say yung tumalon sa building, kukuha muna siya ng lakas ng loob, 'di ba? Para tumalon dun sa building o kung ano man yung however he wanted to commit suicide. Inom muna siya or mag-drugs para wala siya sa katotohanan, wala siya sa reality. At dahil planado na yung gagawin na lang niya at itutuloy na lang niya na buong buo ang loob niya dahil sa influensya ng alcohol at drugs. Next myth, people who are suicidal do not seek help. Totoo ba yun? Alam nyo, minsan kapag yung mga friends nyo nangangamusta sa inyo, para na lang yung mga nangungutang. I-chat nyo, kausapin nyo, tawagan nyo if you missed the call them back, lalo na kung hindi naman sila laging nag-reach out sa'yo. Because baka ikaw yung napili ng tao para maging kaibigan sa oras na yun, para mag-open siya kung ano yung gusto niyang pag-usapan, kung ano yung nararamdaman niya. Baka ikaw yung napili niya para tulungan siya. So, extend your help. Lend your ears and your shoulder. Pero ibang usapan niya pagka sinabi, may pera ka ba dyan? Diba? They are calling you They are calling you. The fact is, they reach out. They want help. They do not want attention. Instead, they need help. And I can say that you are lucky enough if this person suffering from depression is contacting you. And mind you, they will not tell you na depressed kasi ako baka pwede kitang makausap. I am suffering from depression, gusto ko sana nakausap. No, they will not say that. So, kung nangamusta sila, di sakyan nyo lang. And then, ask some more. And maybe you can rekindle the relationship that you had. Do you get my point? Okay, so if you know that a person is suicidal, again, offer immediate help. And you may give the number for suicidal hotline in the Philippines. And maybe you can ask or refer any psychologist or psychiatrist na pwede niyong pag-consultan about it. Again, let us be socially responsible with each other. Life is short. Let's help what we can do in whatever ways. Thank you sa panonood. Thank you sa pakikinig. Sana i-share nyo ito. Sana makatulong in whatever ways. You know, i-comment nyo kung whatever you want to say regarding suicide, or if you need any help, I'll try as much as I can. Um, Please follow the page. We also have a Facebook page. You can also message me there. Facebook page is TeamCadiz PH, and our YouTube channel is TeamCadiz. We also have Instagram. It's Cadiz Team, or with PH. Yan, lalabas yun dyan mamaya. Try to reach out. Let me know. Let the world know what you have in mind. I will try my best to help, and just reach out. You will not be heard if you will not reach out. Thank you for watching. Again, see you for another coffee talk. For Cadiz of TeamCadiz.